Good evening. Hudson Mack is off tonight. I'm Mary Beth Burton. 4 days floating in the Pacific Ocean, nearly 100 kilometers offshore. That's how 196 Canadian passengers spent most of this week after the Carnival cruise ship they were on lost power Monday. On board, a chief warrant officer stationed at CFB Esquimalt and his wife. Now they're back on dry land and learning more about what happened on the crippled ship. A News reporter Louise Hartland has our story.
We were just essentially dead in the water, drifting west away from North America, you know.
It's a vacation Doug Heath and his wife Sandra will never forget. The Victoria couple flew down to California to meet Doug's brother Gary and his wife to set sail on a Carnival cruise on the Mexican Riviera. Along with nearly 4,500 people, the couples boarded the Splendor late Sunday afternoon. But the peace and relaxation wouldn't last.
So I woke up at about 4 to 6 the next morning to a real rumbling feeling, like the ship seemed to be shaking almost, and it shook me awake.
Doug thought he smelled smoke, and he did.
They told everybody that there was a flameless fire in the engine control room, and that we were all to leave our rooms and go to the upper decks, to the outside upper decks for fresh air. All of a sudden, the lights went out too, and then the water stopped. So toilets wouldn't flush, things wouldn't go. It was pitch black. We were in a room that had no windows, so it was like we were in a cave. You couldn't, there was absolutely nothing, no light whatsoever.
Essentially, a floating campground. Doug says the cruise director was constantly on the PA, keeping passengers in the loop.
It was getting pretty ugly with the toilet situation, because they actually had to lock up the public toilets in the public areas because they were over full, and the smell was so bad they had to lock them up, and you had to go to your room and use that toilet.
Helicopters delivered food and supplies from a nearby aircraft carrier, the USS Ronald Reagan. For 4 days, passengers lined up for food, sometimes for hours.
The only food was cold food, and it was salads, and sandwiches, and wraps.
Despite widespread media attention, Doug didn't see Spam on the ship once, but there were Pop-Tarts. And he and Sandra say they will sail again.
This doesn't happen. It's like lightning striking or whatever. We're not going to have a problem. And I thought they treated us all very well and kept us as informed as possible without creating any undue panic or anything like that. And we were all very well looked after.
And an experience none of the passengers aboard this ship will ever forget.
It was a remembrance day to remember this year, I'll tell you that much.
And Louise joins us live with the latest on this. Louise?
Mary Beth, Carnival Cruise Lines is giving a full refund to all passengers who were on the Splendor. The company will cover all costs, including flights for the failed vacation. They're also offering a free cruise to everyone who was on board. Doug and his wife Sandra plan to take them up on that offer, and in the meantime, they're spending the rest of their week off in the California sunshine. Mary Beth?
Louise Hartland, thank you for that.